The album was released on March 21st, 1977 in Australia and July 25th, 1977 internationally. The last album to feature bassist Mark Evans, and who was replaced by Cliff Williams. And then this album had a pretty interesting story to it. The artwork, both of them are really interesting. The Australian cover features basically a guitar, like a guitar slide with fingers across it. That was actually guitarist Chris Turner from the Australian band Buffalo. And then the international album cover, or the ones that we know about, it was the one that was taken from a concert on March 19th of 1977 in a Cursal Ballroom in South End London. After the rejection of the Dirty Deeds album to be released in America at that time, they decided to change their style up a bit on Let There Be Rock to add more harder riffs and a more powerful sound than the previous albums did. And they succeeded with it. They were able to release it in America, and then also as well they were finally able to perform in America. Which their first concert in America was in Austin, Texas, in July 27th, 1977, 2 days after the album was released. So, as a result, let's talk about the songs. We're going to talk about, of course, track number 1, Go Down. Go Down was a pretty good song. I do love the chorus in that song, how they say, "Go down, go down." Yeah, the chorus it sounds really good. I do love the chorus, but the songs like in the middle, like just the normal verses, I wasn't a big fan of that style, but I do like how the song was. It was a pretty good song all the way through, and plus the solo, you can't beat the solo. Solo was awesome too, but. Honestly, that's all I can say about that song. So let's go on to track number 2. Also, and by the way, before I continue, I am going to do the international version once again, not the Australian version. So let's go to track number 2, Doggy Dog. Doggy Dog, I do like this song better than Go Down. I do love the verse chord progression in Doggy Dog a lot, and plus I do also the chorus. I do love the chorus, and plus also the best part of the whole song, the solo. The solo is freaking awesome. It's basically they keep going with it. It's basically they're going up and down in notes, and it definitely matches that whole song. So yeah, Doggy Dog, really good song. Once again, there's not really much else I could say about this song, and I still enjoy listening to it to this day. So let's go on to track number 3, which is the title song and my favorite song, Let There Be Rock. Let There Be Rock was a pretty interesting song. This song actually on the verses has a lot of bass in it. Like during the verse when Bon Scott's singing, all you hear is the bass playing. And then after the verse is done, after Bon Scott says "Let There Be Rock," and then the guitar comes in, and then the guitar solos are the best in it. The first one is awesome. They basically played a few notes, and then they played lead. Same thing with the second one. Played a few notes, and then they played also a bunch of lead, and also the lyrics. Let there be sound. There was sound. Let there be light. There was light. And then, let there be guitar. There was guitar. And then, let there be rock. Really creative lyrics. I love the solos. I love the verses. I love the chord progression. And the ending of the song, the ending solo. Probably one of my favorite endings to a song. How they finished that song where they played the guitars very heavily, got all the instruments involved. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite songs in AC/DC. So, yeah, this is definitely my favorite song out of the whole album. Probably one of my top 5 favorite songs. So, let's go on. That's all I got to say. So, let's go on to track number 4, Bad Boogie. Bad Boogie, one of the main blues rock songs in the album. This is Bad Boogie is actually one of the few songs that I like the live version better than the studio version. I mean, the live version to me sounds better, and I do like the mid break song and everything, and just to me it just sounds better. But the studio version was not bad. I mean, I do enjoy the studio version too. Basically, they play like normal blues rock throughout, and it's definitely a really good song. The thing is, the thing I do like about Bad Boogie is basically that is the name. I mean, that name really matched that music style or that music sound to that song. So yeah, good name, and plus this is definitely a good live song for sure. But that's all I gotta say about Bad Boogie. So let's go on to track number. Actually, on second thought, I'm gonna go skip to Overdose because Problem Child is also on this album, but I've already reviewed it on the Dirty Deeds album. I don't know why they did that, but let's just skip to track number 6, Overdose. Overdose is a really good song. Basically, it starts out really quiet. Basically, you just hear guitars playing by the Young Brothers, like playing a few chords. And basically what that was actually inspired by a woman named Judy King. And then once you get a minute into the song, the band starts to get going with one of the great chord progressions. I really love the sound on this song. And the lyrics are basically about a man overdosing on a woman like an addict would overdose on drugs. So, a pretty good creativity here. Yeah, I do love the song, and I do love the creativity in this song. I mean, I've just listened to this song recently, and I enjoyed it all the way through. So, but honestly, that's all I got to say about that song. So let's go on to track number 7, Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be. Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be. I'm not really a big fan of this song. Basically, it's just, it has a pretty good intro to it, but as the whole song goes, basically when Bond's doing the verses, it's just playing a chord like one at a time. And I'm not a big fan of the sound of that song. And, there's really not much I could say about this song. But it's just my opinion, of course, but it's just not the song that I'm personally interested in. All I can say about it is it does have a good chorus in it, but, I'm not a big fan of anything else in the song. But that's just me. So let's go. That's all I gotta say about it. So let's go on to the final track, Whole Lotta Rosie. Whole Lotta Rosie is a really good song. I really love this song. It's a hard rock and roll song. And I also love the history of this song. Basically what this song was about a Tasmanian woman named Rosie who Bon Scott had a one-night stand with at a Freeway Gardens motel. And also, in addition, that he pointed out to the woman's size that Bon Scott finds her to be one of the most talented lovers that he has ever experienced. But for the song, I love the chord progression in the song, and plus also the solo in the song where where Angus plays the guitar, plays a lead, and then the whole band starts to play. Angus plays a little lead, the band plays, and then Angus plays a little lead, and then he goes a little lower. And then the band, once again, also joins in. And then the solo keeps going. And I love the solo after Bon Scott sings the final lyrics. Really good song. It's my second favorite song on the album. It's a lot of fun. But Anyways, guys, that's all the songs. So let's go on to the conclusion. Overall, Let There Be Rock actually is my favorite album in the Bon Scott era. I would give this album probably also, I'll give it the same rating as Dirty Deeds does, 9 out of 10. I really love the album. I really love the style they changed to harder riffs and more powerful sound. They did a really good job with that. And plus also the album had really good positive reviews on it. So once again, if you're an AC/DC album, I would highly recommend it. But guys, that is all I have to say about that album. The next album I'm gonna do is was probably one of the most underrated albums of all time, and that's Power Rage. Anyways, guys, I'm Start McCleary Music. Thanks for watching and stay tuned in. Peace.